convicted of authorized release of 70 prisoners. How could he receive the emperor's praise? For an official in charge of escorting prisoners to privately set the prisoners free, should it be a serious crime? But an official in Sui Dynasty did it without any punishment. Instead, he received the praise of Emperor Wen. What is this all about? As Book of Sui relates, Wang Jia was born in Zhangwu County, Hejian City, Sui Dynasty, now in Dacheng County, Langfang, Hebei Province. At the end of the reign of Emperor Kaihuang, around 600 AD, Wang Jia was appointed Xingcanjun, the official title of State Qi, now in Jinan, Shandong Province. At first, he showed nothing special, but later the state government ordered him to escort Li Khan and other 70-odd exiles to the capital. According to the system at that time, exiles must wear heavy shackles during the trip. Across hills and rivers, when exiles in shackles arrived in Xinjiang, today's Xinjiang Henan province, they all felt miserable, moaning and groaning. And the officers escorting them were also exhausted. Wang Jia took pity on the prisoners and said to them, "You have broken the law and offended integrity and decency, so you have suffered from shackles. It is what you deserved. Now you also implicated these escorting officers in undeserved suffering. Don't you feel ashamed?" His words made the prisoners feel ashamed, and they apologized one after another. Wang Jia said, "Offenders as you are, your shackles are sheer torture. I will have your shackles lifted from you, and you walk to the capital by yourself and gathered there. Can you arrive on time?" The prisoners never expected that the escorting official would do so. Greatly moved, they all knelt down and said, "We will never fail to arrive on time." Wang Jia then have their shackles lifted and sent away the soldiers who had escorted the prisoners. He made an agreement with Li Khan and others. "You must arrive in the capital on the agreed date. If we can't arrive on schedule, I have to die for you." With that, he left the prisoners and went away. The prisoners were both moved and happy. They set out without any heavy burden and moved on. They all arrived in the capital, now Xi'an Shanxi province, on schedule. None of them broke the agreement and escaped. It took Emperor Wen, the then Emperor of Sui Dynasty, by surprise. He summoned Wang Jia to ask about it and spoke highly of him. Then he summoned the prisoners and ordered them to visit the palace with their wives and children. He gave them a banquet in the palace and pardoned them. Sui Wendi issued an imperial edict to praise it highly. Sui Wendi also issued an imperial edict praising Wang Jia for his meritorious efforts in enlightening the people, which goes like this: all people in the world have a spiritual side in their temperament. They all know good or evil and can distinguish right from wrong. If you care about them with a sincere heart and persuade them with the right truth, the evil customs will be changed and people will become kind. In the past, there was chaos in China. Moral education was abandoned and annihilated. Officials did not have a loving heart, and the people harboured treachery. So there were constant lawsuits, and the folk customs were indecent and difficult to improve. I have been ordered by heaven to rule the people, and I wanted to follow the method of the sage, educate the people with morality, and work tirelessly day and night. That's what I intend to do. Wang Jia understood my intention very well and explained edification in good faith. Li Kan and other prisoners awakened and joined the Xiangxi, official title refers to Wang Jia, on their own. It showed that the people in the 4 seas were not difficult to civilize. It was the officials who didn't tell them clearly and make them understand that, so that they fell into sin and couldn't get over it. If the officials were like Wang Jia and the people were like Li Kan and others, would the days without criminal law be far away? So Wang Jia was promoted to be the magistrate of Yong County, now Fangxian, Shandong Province. From then on, Wang Jia has been known for his virtue and ability in officialdom. The ancient style is memorable. In the ancient times, when the social atmosphere was simple and honest, people were convinced by virtue, and even criminals could keep faith. It seems that the saying, human hearts are not what they were in the old days, really makes sense. It's better to subdue people with virtue than to punish them severely. The change of people's hearts is the real change, and people's hearts are often exchanged with other people's hearts. If the whole society loses its integrity from the highest levels to the grassroots, let alone the prisoners, how can the long and ancient style not be memorable?